Well, folks, I don't know about you, but that is starting to look like quite a nice little crop of spring barley there, won't you agree? The head is coming up very nicely indeed, a lot of ears on there to boot. I'm going to keep an eye on that and the rest of the barley around here because it's not going to be too long till that starts to change colour a little bit. Welcome back to another episode of A Dairyman's Diary. My name is Frank, as always. I do hope you are doing very well. You'll see that we are down in the new paddock here today. This is the ground that we've we've recently built a shed on, really, but this is just kind of getting all this all tied up there. And actually, there's a few more bales on here than I thought, which is great. But what we're going to do today, we finished this stuff this morning. Didn't take too long to get it baled up, so we're going to take the tractor back. It is loud, this whole girl. Let's get the gate open again. Thank you very much. We're going to take the 77 back up to the yard. Well, we've got a few things to look at over there, but then we're going to head on back down to the yard with the ATV. We're going to do a bit of a tour through the land, just to check on everything. Cattle and now are doing very well. I've left up the boom on the telehandler, but hey ho. And then yeah, we're going to come back down, we're going to get them stacked up. We're going to do it in a little bit of an slightly old-fashioned route, really. Change up the equipment we'll use for a bit of a refresh and break, really. Now the main reason we've got to do that though is because the 6630 is currently pretty much permanently mounted on the sprayer at the moment. The 68 just went onto the drill with the view that we're going to actually start looking at some of our winter barley drilled sooner rather than later. Try and get ahead of the curve whilst we're waiting to get the spring barley, spring wheat harvested. So that'll be a next plan. As you can see, there's some ground around here that's actually turned already. And doesn't look too bad. None of it is mine though, but you know, it is getting there. It is getting there. But yeah, everything that has been mowed down by us to kind of the start of second cut is done. We have nothing else mowed. We're just waiting for a little bit of it to thicken out a touch, and then we'll get it into there. Including there's some ground over there. It's probably not too far away now. But yeah, I also really need to get some slurry down places because the slurry tank at the main yard is getting full again, so we're going to have to be a little bit clever about that. What we might do is cart some down to that empty place, empty slurry lagoon we have as well, just to kind of keep us on the level to start with. But that's going to be a little bit tricky. But other than that, everything else is fine. Thank you to all the comments and feedback with regard to the poacher attack in the last video there. I think everyone's kind of the same idea that we stick a big log across that other gateway, which we'll have to do. Just need to go find some dead storm damaged trees somewhere, I reckon. And we'll see what we can do there. But yeah, it's certainly very, very frustrating. It's something we have to look into, but what can you do? And around we go. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, like I say, it's been a beautiful couple of days there. The stuff we ended up baling because it wasn't the thickest in places. Some of it was nearly haylage that we put through the baler, but oh no, that's starting to look a bit better. That's starting to come on. But I hope you're doing very well anyway. Whatever you're getting up to, do let us know down below what you're working on, what you're driving, of course, and where you're at as well. I always like to know that. We are, yeah, like I say, I'm surprised I haven't seen anyone come in and start on this ground here, but doesn't look like that's too far away. But yeah, our silage ground is coming along. We're going to be looking into making a little bit of second cut silage and starting some hay actually soon. So we'll be probably taking the headlands off as silage, wrapping up, and then the rest of it will come in as hay. That's certainly the plan I'm thinking of right now. At least let's get a little bit of hay coming back in. We've still got half a shed load up here, but you can always do it a little bit more. And then yeah, after that we'll be looking good. What we are going to do right now though is just go get this part in the shed, and then we're going to take the ATV out. Actually, we're going to take the gate route, and we're going to go and have a little bit of a farm inspection, really, just kind of check up on everything and a bit of a health check for this lovely day. See how everything's coming on, how the grass is growing, which it really is starting to in places. Which is fantastic there. And then see which ground as well we can actually get onto and stick some slurry on, because that is becoming an increasing concern. And we also need to get some diesel into this little girl because she is starting to run a little bit low. But we'll do that in just a moment, I reckon. Let's swing it into here. And just what I'll do here there. Perfect. Let the old girl sit there for a little bit. Does need a wash off, a service off there, and also to get this fill it with diesel. But that could be another job for later on today. It's too nice to sit and do that around the yard there right now. As you'll see, like I mentioned, we've got the drill hooked up there. We're hopefully going to try and get out either this afternoon or tomorrow with the drill in there. So that'll be good. Ideally as well, we should be able to see that. Yeah, if we can get. I've probably got about 110 acres that I want to get in now. That I can get in now. And if we can get all that done, then we'll be. It kind of just eases a lot of the pressure later on down the line when we're trying to get the spring stuff, spring cereal crops harvested as well. So, and really does make sense. And yeah, the 66 is on the spray in there still, so that's still got a little bit of work to do on there. So I can't be. It's a lot of effort to take that on and off, really. So it just makes sense not to worry about it too much. All right then. Where we go. What we're gonna have a look into first is just checking onto some of this grassland here, really see just how tall this is getting. That stuff there looks like it's getting a little bit of thickness to it. This has only really had slurry on it since it was mowed. You can see there it's just starting to come away again, so we might even look to see it's possibly a little bit too tall for slurry, but we could maybe get some we have a little fertilizer left over. We could maybe look at putting that on just to really accelerate it. But yeah, it does seem to be starting off and coming through great guns. What about over here as well? Yeah, much the same for here as well. That's even probably a little bit better, in fact. We did have to spray off a lot of this, as you know. We have been experiencing quite a bit of an issue with various different attacks of thistles and ducks, so a lot of that has all been sprayed off already. Now, what we're going to have a look see here to stuff about. Yeah, we really should shut this gate as well, so what we'll probably do is just move out of the way so I can shut this. Lovely stuff. So this is coming on. You can just kind of, if you look across the field there, you can see it's almost starting to turn, go a little bit of a yellow tinge on the top, which is good. It means we're just starting to turn, to ripen off. So they're expecting another couple of weeks out of that will be almost ready to roll. Not bad looking crop, I must say. Get shut though. And I would hope as well as much the same for this field in here on our left. We'll not go too far in, but it does look to be the same. That's very good to see. Okay. We're going to head back down to the new yard. I've decided to do something a little bit different down there. It's going to be more of a classic approach to leading in those silage bales there. It's a lovely day to do it. And everything else is kind of taken care of right now, so we're not in too much of a hurry today. So I figured it'd be a lovely opportunity to just bring out something a little bit different, really. And we'll bring you along for the ride, of course, as we always like to do. But first, we're actually just going to cut through. Nothing coming, thank you very much. Just shut some of these gates. Perfect. Yeah, this one's not quite so good. As you can see, it's a little bit patchy there. It's still trying to come through, so this could definitely do with a kick of something just to get it to thicken out, really, across the board. And yeah, we'll see how we get on there. What we like down here as well. Yeah, I'd say much the same here. Alright then. Good to know, anyway. Alright, I'm just going to go and have a look at that other field that we re-drilled actually not so long ago. So this is the reseeded paddock really from, I think we actually brought you along the ride when we did this, and it's We might even get a little bit of a crop of something off here before it's too late. I was thinking of just bringing some calves down here to graze on it in a few weeks, but yeah, we might do pretty well with that. We'll have to wait and see. Alright. I do like these little days of just being able to drive around the yards and check what's going on, make sure everything's well. A lot of grass everywhere now. That's cool. Okay then. And as you can see, this is the field I really want to come into, because we're going to go down through here into the back of the maize there as well. Because we want to have a look at that maize, see how it's coming through. But yeah, this will only need that one. It's got some charcoal weeds in there. We need to get into there, I think, pretty quickly. But you can see we've got this one sprayed off in time, and it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. We'll give it a little bit longer there. We might try and get something in. Just to kind of help it all on there, but we'll see. As you can see, it looks like there is like a field of game seed over there, which is coming along very nicely indeed by the looks of things. I'll have to go and check that one out soon in a bit more detail, but that is a neighbour's experiment plot, really, I think. And this is our whole crop field. This maize has shot up recently. We are going to be chopping this, putting it into a pit, and just look at it, get out of here, bit. It is really coming along leaps and bounds. All we've done really is work the land over and drill this. We haven't done anything else. Now the seed dressing itself did come with a bit of a, or the seed did come with a bit of a dressing on that was like a first starter fertilizer, really, just to help kick it along, but not too much of it, I must say. And it's still coming through, looking really, really good. Very happy with it, and hopefully that'll really accelerate on, and we're looking to get a good protein level in the grains there, and a good protein level as a whole on the crop. So we want a few more leaves on there to go with it, but mainly we do want to see a few more heads coming through. That'd be ideal. That would be perfect. Okay. The eagle-eyed amongst you will know where we are now. We're just gonna hop back over, jump into the main yard. And we're actually going to be, like I say, it's a little bit of a slower approach to cotton bales than today, but I'm going to quite enjoy it, really. The sun is shining. It's a beautiful day to do it, and yeah, it's going to be quite nice to get cracking. We're not going to stack them, we're just going to get them into the yard today. And our weapon of choice is going to be the Asus, which is right here. I nearly crashed the truck into a pole. So yeah, we're going to use the old Asus. Now, we've had this for a while there. It was first brought down here when we got the chicken yard all set up. But yeah, this is an absolute beaut. Listen to it. What I thought would be great to do today is to spend a little bit of time out in the sun, in the open cap. There's a lot of bales in here to bring in, but we're just going to call them in one at a time, and we're going to get them stuck over in the stack yard there. We'll get them stacked up later on with the telehandler. It's proving a little tricky to see the old to see the bale, folks, that's for sure. There you go. Slow and steady. Now this tractor is just a little bit of yard scraping, really. Has a few trailers that's just shunted around in the yard, nothing major. But I quite like it. It's nice to have around here. I have a few machines here now. I've got 5 tractors in total, and it's a little bit difficult for me to give them away or move on from them, so that's why they typically end up hanging around. Yeah, what better way to use than this, hey? This is just stunning. Now we are going to have to come in depth. We're going to fill this slurry lagoon up here in the coming days as well, just to make sure that the one at the yard is reduced, because that is just too much at the moment. Back we go. And listen to it pair. Up through the gears we go. Wonderful stuff. I'd love to know as well down in the comments if you are still lucky enough to be able to drive some of these little classic machines. Let us know. Let us know what you're driving as well. If it is a little bit of an older, bit more of a vintage machine. They don't make many of these anymore, so it's nice to be able to pull it out and have a bit of a crack on with it. But it'll be lovely to know if any of you are the same as well. Lovely. And away we go again. So this is going to be my next hour or so, really. I should think it's going to take me at least that to get all these in, but I'm quite content with that. We are, like I say, going to look to get some drilling done later on, which hopefully shouldn't take too long. And we'll get cracking on that, get a bit of a head start. Other than that, we're all kind of steady away really at the moment, which is quite nice, so not too much to report yet. If you do have any questions, comments or feedback, please do leave them down below there. But this has been a bit of a quieter one really, as we just kind of stagger our way along and make sure we get everything done that we need to. Cattle are moving in. We have about 60 in there now. Next 100 are going to be coming as soon as I can afford to pay the bill. Really, so we've got some milk checks that haven't arrived yet. Times are a little tricky at the moment, so there's a little bit of a back payment from the dairy. What I would say is though, I'm delighted that I can at least still sell my milk, because I know a lot of people out there are going to throw it away, which is disastrous. But fortunately not myself. So long may that continue. I don't mind waiting for money as long as I know that I'm going to get it in the end. But yeah, there's some disastrous situations out there for some, and I wouldn't wish up on anybody. But for right now, we're going to leave it as it is. We're going to keep cracking along and get everything done we need to. Until next time, I do hope you have enjoyed. If you have and you've yet to do so, don't forget to hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. Simulation for the Nation. We will very gladly see you in the next episode. Until then, have a great day. Enjoy what you're doing as always, but most importantly, happy farming.